What's good, y'all? I'm Skip,
And I'm DJ.
and we are back for another episode of Deciphered. And today, we are going to break down Gloria from Kendrick's latest album, GNX. And before we get started, how you doing? All right. And if you have already been watching the channel and you have seen the previous lyric breakdown, I don't know what order they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
But if you've seen the previous one, you already know that there's a four song breakdown collection that we're gonna do, ranging from Gloria, Man of the Garden, Reincarnated, and Whacked Out Murals. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe first, then like, comment, and share, because we are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. And if we have gotten it by the time you watch this video, shout out to us, because we worked really hard to get to that milestone. So ending the year with that accomplishment would be extremely big for us. So like I say, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to do that. And if you are a returning viewer and you want exclusive content or just want stuff at a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I know how people want their stuff. Be sure to become either a YouTube member or go to the Patreon and become a decoder. Either one, we rock with y'all either way. We're going to try to make stuff special and a little bit personal for either side. So we appreciate all of our paid decoders and YouTube members. We love y'all, and we appreciate y'all because y'all allow us to do this and make a little bread, because YouTube be tripping.
And I just want to also just throw out there real quick. We appreciate y'all just actually engaging with us, bro. Like the stuff we did on the live, like whenever we had live premieres, like we enjoy y'all just like engaging and talking back with us, or just sharing y'all thoughts and opinions. Like it makes the process a lot more fun to do, seeing like y'all reactions in real time, or just seeing how y'all really think about how, how we present the product. So we just really appreciate that, just the engagement. So if y'all continue to follow and, hit the like button and share, like we appreciate all of it.
Oh yeah, that shit do be lit. That's why I wanted to do the live premieres, because that way, even though these episodes aren't necessarily live, the premiere of it creates the ability for people to have community as they're watching it. It's almost like a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I personally love that aspect. So I agree with DJ 2000%. Like the outreach in the comments, man, sometimes like just trying to respond, it can be overwhelming, because it can just be at any moment 1,000 comments. You know what I mean? So I try to get in there and respond to people when I can, but like, just know that this is us telling you right now.
Yeah, we see it.
We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. Cause y'all, like you said, that's super fulfilling, because we didn't have to change how we do what we do once we started to gain a larger audience. So just the ability to be able to continue to do what we do, we love y'all for that. Anything other than that is extra. So if you want extra, Patreon, YouTube members. But yeah, man, let's get to Gloria, man. You got any thoughts on this song before you want to get into it?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little slow.
Okay. It's cool.
I didn't really understand the connection until like the end of the last verse. Like, oh shit, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I talk about right. The pen, the girl. Oh, I get it now. I didn't get none of that prior to that when I first heard it.
But I think it's one of those things where, just in case you didn't get it, at the end, I'm gonna tell you, so when you go back, you'll feel enriched, because it's like, oh, it was so many Easter eggs. But like that's the sign of a good movie, when you can't guess the end.
Right.
Just like this song, like you couldn't guess that. Just like with when we do Reincarnated.
Yeah.
I didn't get that to the third verse.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
but when I go back and listen to it, he was on that timing
from
the very first line. Yeah. So he also did that with this. And I think it's like levels to Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Like some people get it at the very beginning, but you really can't get it because you don't know what turn it's gonna take.
Right.
Like at Black of the Bear, you didn't know he was gonna say, but a game maker make me kill a nigga blacker than me. You wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's just the ride of the art. You know what I mean? To get from one place to the other.
As far as this song, though, this is the part I still don't understand, even after listening to it a couple of times. Why is it called Gloria? What's the connection with
Gloria is a pen company. A very expensive
Oh,
pen company.
okay. I didn't know that.
Like they was like $200 some before he name dropped them, so it might be more expensive. Let me see.
Okay.
Let's look them
Okay.
up.
I did not know that. I didn't understand like the connection to this. So I didn't even really know how to, I guess, look it up and research it because I'm thinking like that's somebody from his family or something.
They range from $220 to $250.
And so Kendrick, you that up that you write with them kind of pens?
Wow, I mean, of course, like,
I'm just saying, bro. Like, bro, you got expensive taste. I see you. I see you,
but
bro.
I think it's also like, of the level of importance that he values the writing with. So he wants to
Quality.
have a top tier instrument,
Fire.
just like a knight. You know what I mean? When they go into
Yeah.
battle, they make sure that they have the sharpest weapon that they can, or like a samurai.
Yeah.
Like when you go back to the Kung Fu Kenny thing, that was like his dipping his toes into that culture. So like Kill Bill, she had the Hattori Hanzo sword.
Oh, man, you cooking, man.
So that's what, bruh. I'm kind of a nerd, but yeah, like that's the perspective that he's looking at. Like he's a craftsman, so it's like I'm not just finna write with no bic, bro. I need an actual pen. Let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. I wouldn't be surprised if like he got a subscription to Gloria,
Oh, damn.
like
That's
to
crazy.
where they send him a new pen every 6 weeks or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like $2.50 is $2.50 to him. Like that ain't shit.
I mean, I get it though, because especially when you have the resources to
Yeah.
actually get the things that's truly gonna be profitable,
And
or
he
just
probably finna get a free box.
probably, man, he probably got stock in the company. Ain't no telling.
Hey, shit.
But okay, I like that. I like that connection. That actually makes me appreciate the song a whole lot more
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of quality writing in this, like a lot of layers, a lot of entendres. There's a lot of scheming in here, like actual technical writing aspect of rap. It's in this song, bro.
Yep.
So
Multi-syllable rhyme schemes, internal rhyme schemes, like you say, like the entire song is a metaphor within itself.
yeah,
He's doing personification. He's speaking from Gloria's perspective and his perspective. Like, bro, this is a beautiful song, bro.
Yeah,
like just
man.
writing alone, like the creative process that he went through to create the song. It's like, bro, if you really like rap, how can you not like the shit that he be doing? Like, you don't have to be like, okay, Kendrick's my favorite artist. That's fine. But like, let's say you could have a preference between Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson. Ain't no way you could be a person who say you really love music and not appreciate what they both do.
and then it's like, how could you not really see the difference? Like, because his peers, the people in his class, like that they truly compare him to, like what songs do they have like these? They don't. I know the top guy, or the one we thought was the top, he don't have no shit like this.
Nah.
Not even close. It's very surface level when it comes to his
His deep shit.
It's very like surface level with his introspective. So it's
Yeah.
just like it's not close, bro. Like you said, if you appreciate rap, if you like the art of rap, there's no way that you could tell me that Kendrick shit is trash. I'm sorry.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like J. Cole got songs like the title track from For Your Eyes Only.
And Can I Holler at You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You
All right.
you saw that he cried? We was talking about this shit.
I saw.
That shit had me like, damn, I feel that.
Cause that song is deep. I
feel
do.
that.
I do like that song.
But,
so I give you some slack, Cole. But the other guy,
Nah, he don't get that deep.
no.
No, did he? But verse
Oh,
one.
Lord.
Verse one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said this song is an ode to his Gloria pen. This song is littered with pen and pad euphemisms. So let's get into verse one. This verse is about the intimacy stage, the infancy stages of him becoming a writer / rapper, and how juvenile the love and attachment was at that time.
Yeah.
And that's why it comes across as teenage love. Like
Yeah.
I'm listening to it, I'm like, damn, but like they really grew up together. Shit is beautiful. But she said, this is a quote. She said, "One day I will right my wrongs in sea paper, wrapping my hand around your
Fire.
waist. That was back when you did whatever I say, all the way to robbing banks. Remember when Granny died? You said, depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. Like, I'm willing to be the vessel for you to express yourself. Right my wrongs, of course. Anybody who rap has at least at one point said, let me right my wrongs.
Yeah.
I know I have. Kanye said it. But yeah, wrap my hand around your waist, just about the pen. And that was
see
back when you did
paper?
whatever I say, when you didn't have an objection to what I would put on the pad, because you were just happy that I was picking you up. Bruh, I don't have super duper a lot for the first verse. So if you got more than me, just go ahead.
I kind of like how I pretty much got the same thing, like just as a summary. Like I said, the first verse, Dot explains his starting music through the writing process and relying on his pen to express different phases of emotions he went through as a youth. And I think one of the most important lines of this whole first verse is, he said, we started out young looking for some identity, made 1,000 mistakes, but we never did lack chemistry. Basically, he said, nigga, I always had the juice.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I've always had it.
I
But
just had to find myself.
I had to find myself and grow and mature in what's the word?
Mature.
Yeah, and mature into what I am now. So
Have you heard his C4 mixtape?
No. I've heard about it, but
Go
I've never
listen
heard
to that, and that tells you that he needed them, that he ain't who he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some stuff on there where it's like, wow, like the potential.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's
I think he kind of explains that in this song. Like, looking for some identity, made 1,000 mistakes.
But yeah.
Like, those are probably factored into a lot of those mistakes he made early on.
Yeah, because he rapped over all of the beats from Carter 3.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Hey, we might do a reaction to that.
We can. Shit,
We
'cause
might do a reaction to
I've
that.
genuinely, like, I've only really heard of that through this song, as far as him having that
Yeah, because I've only heard maybe 4 or 5 songs. And since this is a mixtape from 15 years ago, I can violate the rule a little bit. I just won't speak on the songs that I heard.
Yeah.
But like for an album, we will never do a reaction that we haven't heard the song, that we've heard songs from previously. But go ahead.
And let's see. Yeah, that. Wrap your hand around your waist. Okay, you said that. And this another thing, like dreams of selling narcotics, running blocks, or robbing banks. And that's basically just saying that, to me, I think what Kendrick was, just in my personal opinion, he's saying that I can be anything that I want to be or say I am, and you can express that. So I can put up a facade that I'm doing this and doing that, and truthfully, I'm not even that person. But the fact that you're able to express that for me, I mean, I just think that's kind of dope. He said, I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you, kiss you in the back of the Claire just to get a buzz from you. Then some niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden and bullshit. Like, that's basically when they was growing up, they was doing kid shit. I was trying to hone my craft early. So it's just a lot of just like like almost determination, like determinism. Is that
Yeah.
kind of things? Like he just basically laying out the groundwork of like, I actually had the intent to be great.
I deserve it all.
And God damn it, come on, bro.
Dedicated to the craft. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. So I really like this first verse. I mean, a lot of the bigger things come into, like you said, the second and the third.
But hold on to that thought process that you had about you just said something, because it's gonna come to a point where it might make you change your mind later.
Okay.
When you said when he was talking about robbing banks and he felt like Gloria gave him the ability to say or be whatever he wanted to be. Me personally, at that point in time, I took it as he was writing what he felt like he should write. But when we go through the second and third verse,
I think that's kind of the same thing, though.
kind of, sort of, but more so from the perspective of, like, say, when somebody asks you to freestyle, let's say you, back in the day, you might be drinking or smoking or whatever, you start freestyling. The stuff that's gonna come off your head is the stuff that's like
red rose, white ceiling.
And I ain't coming up with no shit like that, but you just gonna start rapping about more surface level stuff. So like with him not having an identity yet, he didn't know how he wanted to approach the raps because he didn't have a viewpoint to speak from. So he's more so just like doing the external observation stuff.
Okay.
So
so it wasn't necessarily a facade. It's more so kind of like Nas. He just rapping about the environment that he's in.
It's a facade to the perspective of if he's speaking about it from first person.
Okay. Okay.
But when I say it, like, he just like, shit, like, I'll run down on somebody for such and such. Like, if you're doing that, if you're speaking that and that's not really what you own, then it is a facade. Or if that's not the image that you're trying to project, that you willfully want to project. Because these is back in his K-Dot days.
Right.
Like, he speaks about it in an interview. Like, he changed his name, his rap name, to his real name, Kendrick Lamar, when he decided that he wanted to give himself and stay true to himself.
Okay.
So that's why I look at that from a different perspective, because he was like, nah, like, the Kendrick Lamar moniker is like me announcing that I'm going to give you me.
Gotcha.
Like,
Oh, that's
K Dot
cool.
could rap and all of that, but K Dot isn't who I want to be. Like,
Gotcha.
I want to be Kendrick Lamar. I want to be able to give y'all myself freely.
I see what you're saying.
But
I like that.
the chorus comes, and I personally feel like, and be willing to disagree if you do, I feel like SZA was singing from Gloria's perspective.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Okay,
pretty.
well.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty standard.
Okay.
Now that I go back and listen to it again, like yeah, I could definitely hear or understand how SZA is the pen in this.
Okay,
instance.
okay.
So yeah.
Yes, go ahead in verse 2.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, in verse 2, well, this is just like an overall synopsis, but I said Dot explains wanting to evolve his music, but then he started receiving writer's block, which would explain the long periods in between his albums of, not dropping and releasing music. It said you was gonna see other people if I didn't grow with you. Wasn't no more holding them pistols in front of the stores with you. You want reality, not tragedy, for sure. I get you.
Now, do you see why I said it could have been the other way with what he said in the first verse?
I mean, 'cause that's pretty much it, right? Those first 3 bars right there.
She
like,
said, "Grow the fuck up, nigga. Be real."
yeah. And you giving the reality is you change your name to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. To tell the truth, I've been pretty used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger. My eyes and ears for all the years the neighborhood had baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication. I discussed you. Then you blocked me and said, fuck you. That's definitely like a double entendre. The part where he said, of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. In my mind, I was thinking about like actually a woman at perspective. So he's thinking like, oh, I don't trust you. So instead of smashing raw, I gotta wrap it up, use protection. But then on top of that, now that I know it's about the pen, wrap it up, use protection, put the cap back on there. Like I get it. I like that.
And I also look at it from the perspective of, like, this is a growing relationship.
Right.
Like, if he's coming from the perspective of, I was willing to tell you anything because I thought that was who I was supposed to be. Right. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, this is who I'm going to start being myself.
Yeah.
But when you get to start to get pressed with things that challenge your thought process, you might not be as forthcoming.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I had to wrap it up. I didn't trust you. So I'm thinking, like, he was like, okay, I had to rap because I was feeling the need to, but I didn't trust you enough to give you my innermost feelings. So then, from me not being true to myself, which is being true to you, because like me giving I think he looks at his pen as a vessel for energy exchange. Like, I give the energy to the pen, and then the pen conveys the energy to the page.
Right.
So if I'm not giving the pen the right energy, that's when writer's block comes. I think from Kendrick's perspective, he's looking at it as if you are not on one accord with the pen, the pen will not allow you to properly convey it to the page, and the pen will stop the energy flow, which creates writer's block.
And also, I'm gonna ask you this. So when he said in 2014, I went to Africa, baby, you was my passenger. My eyes and ears for all the years the neighborhood had baffled us. So do you think that's him basically, like, growing up in his environment in Compton, and he's thinking his perception of life is a certain way, but then you go to Africa and see that things may be even worse than what you grew up in, and your whole perspective on life changed. So how can you come back and still convey these same images when you've seen that it's other places in the world that's way, more, has a harder life than the stuff that you perceive in America. So I think that was another, if I'm right in that, that's kind of like another turning point of him in his relationship based on her telling him to grow up because you've seen it. You've experienced it. You've seen that life is not what it seems just out of Compton. Like it's other places that have it a lot harder, a lot worse than things that you going through. So how are you going to channel that energy properly to convey convey a good message?
I agree with that, but I think with those type of things, like it's two sides to that.
Of course.
Like, for example, we went to Mexico and we were coming back from. We went to Cancun, but we end up traveling to Chichen Itza, like where they got the temples. I mean, the pyramids and stuff.
Yeah.
But when we were coming back, like it's almost like anything in between that, it was like concrete homes with no roof on them and stuff like that. So I do get the aspect of it could be worse, but I also get it from a personal aspect, like from person to person. We're the same. Like why our conditions may differ as far as okay, like I live in LA and you live in wherever you live at, like the human condition still remains the same. And I feel like from his verse on Mama, where he was talking about the little kid, he was like, you do know my language. You just forgot because of what had public schools had painted. Or I forgot, That's Right, You're Famous, whatever. Yeah. But he was saying that the kid spoke to him in a way that he thought, in a way that he had been conditioned to no longer believe.
Gotcha.
So I think it was like, yeah, like, bro, we really the same. And that's why I feel like why the album took that turn of like just getting, like cutting through and getting to the person. Like a song like I Can Be Made. Or a song like You Can Be Made, because at the end of the day, regardless of where we're from, these are things that everybody is dealing with.
Right.
Like it's just the specifics may be different, but the emotion of self-doubt exists regardless of where you at.
Right.
So I think he was wanting to cut through to the human condition. But the perspective too, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna bring my homies over here, because like in this part of Africa it may be bad, but this part of Africa it may be beautiful. So it's like, hey man, it's just so much world outside of Compton, good and bad. Right. So let's just get that and understand that this whatever block radius that we come from is just so much world, period. Outside of that. So that should just have you like, all right, bro, you don't have to just commit yourself to living and dying by this block, because number one, we don't own the block, but number two, it's a world outside.
Right.
Don't allow yourself to only be trapped here. You know what I mean? And that's what he was trying to do with the homies when he was taking them out of the country.
I like that. And then, like you said, that's how the writer's block came up.
Yeah.
And she said, fuck you. Then that's when SZA come in on the interlude and basically, is venting from the
going
pen.
Crazy.
Yeah, from like, nigga, what? I gave you life. I breathe the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring the blessings. I gave you power. Nigga, I bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle. Then I fall back and love the moment that I touch you. Like, that's so fire. That's so beautiful. Like, if you truly had a genuine relationship with somebody, like, you've had those type of moments before. Like, like, I get it. And I just like the double of, nigga, I bring you rainfall. Rainfall could be like a double for money. You know what I'm saying? I elevated you, monetarily. I bring you blessings. I gave you power because of the stuff that, you're using through me to send your message out to the world. Like, it's fire, bro.
Yeah, I'm the vessel by which you express yourself. So, like, it's almost like, you don't even, like, you become that version of yourself when you touch me. Like, if you don't pick me up, you're not that person. Like, the parts of Kendrick Lamar on that creative aspect, as far as like creating through literature, like, I give you that. I'm the vessel by which you express that to the world. But also, you might pick me up and get inspired. Which is why he say, I fall back in love the very moment that I touch you.
That's crazy, bro.
Bro, this song is deep, bro.
I love this song.
But he said, let me see. I'm trying to see if it was something I missed. Okay, he experienced his writer block. He confirmed, as he continued to be dishonest and fabricate lines in his raps, and he mentioned on Worldwide Steppers on Mr. Morale that he had writer's block for 2 years. That's kind of what took so long for Mr. Morale to even be conceived, let alone come out. But like that album, also the Big Steppers aspect, which is the first part of the album, the first part of the double album, he was lying. Not necessarily he was lying, but he wasn't willing to fully commit to seeing and telling the truth.
Yeah.
So in that perspective, it's like, bro, like you can't lie to yourself, or you can try, but it's only so much you can do it before you get to a point where you run into a brick wall,
nigga,
and that's what the writer's
know,
block represented.
Like nigga, of all people.
And from the interludes, name redacted, wasn't having that shit. Wasn't playing with them. You need to go to therapy. Real nigga don't go to therapy. What you fucking talking about? I don't want to say her name. I'm gonna treat her like Voldemort. I ain't saying her name on no more.
Yeah.
I don't like how people just be playing with folks.
Yeah, man.
Names like
Drake. You a cornball for that, bro.
He got what was coming to him. He got
it.
packed out.
Like, bro, don't be doing that.
He got packed out.
All right, let's get to this third verse though. Unless you got something else for the second.
Nah, that's it. Like I said, the self-doubt comes from lying. And let's go. Third verse.
Let's see. He said, "You were spontaneous, a firecracker. Plus, our love is dangerous. Life a passing, laughing. At you lose your temper, slightly crashing. Dumb enough to ill reaction. Ain't no disrespect. Highly sensitive, possessed. Saw potential even when it's tragic. So jealous. Hate when I hit the club to get some bitches. Wrote them off. Rather see me hit the church and get religious." I took that as basically kind of like Kendrick trying to find that balance of writing a hit or writing something that's true to you. And when you try to make a song for the club or you trying to make a hit, you know, it's not as thoughtful or intensive.
Okay.
And things like that. So like, yeah, I'm not, the ink start going out when you start writing that bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically.
I took it literal. But yeah, from a more creative standpoint, just like as the artist, because as he's going through this, he's evolving into different positions.
Right.
So like this could possibly be his damn era, damn Mr. Morale era. So I get that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I took this. I was like, yeah, get bitches.
Nah, I took that like I said, that like from an actual creative
standpoint, and that's a great way to look at it.
So and that's the reason I say this is who you fooling? I know what you doing. You my contradiction.
Yep.
So that's what kind of made me think of it in that aspect, because she's literally asking you who you think you are. Like, this ain't you. Like, you not finna go like make it a say you like, that's not you, bro. Like, so don't even try that shit. Like, ball this paper up, throw that shit away, try again. But yeah, who you fooling? I know what you doing. You my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sentence? Bro.
Fire.
That is probably the hardest line in this fucking song, bro. Shit is so fucking fire, bro.
Real quick. As far as the theory building from them 4 bars or however many bars it is. But like the what he said, you saw potential even when it's tragic. Like just the real life shit that's going on. Like I said, I feel like he was speaking to Gloria all the way down to tragic. He was speaking like just directly to her, like, you're the spontaneous, like you give me those spontaneous thoughts, like you allow me to be, or really you're erratic, and through our connection I gain, or I, indulge in that active passion or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he says, so jealous, hated when I hit the club to get some bitches. Like I definitely agree with your perspective on the creative, like, songwriting aspect. I also took it as I took it literal for the specific reason of the next line. Wrote them off, rather see me hit the church and get religious. From the aspect of, like, just his entire career has been the pursuit of faith and all of that stuff. So it's like, you really want me to get it together, like, and not veer off from the path that I've been pursuing my entire career. Like, but just knowing, like, also that he's had issues with lust and all this other stuff. So that's why I kind of took it like on that level too. Like, nigga, get back, nigga, go get yourself right, quit fucking around. But then he said, hey, you on crash out time too. Like, I remember like, when you caught that body and wiggled through that sentence. Like, I remember, Gloria. I remember when you murked that man.
And I loved you more.
And wiggle through that sentence, because I think at that point it's like, we really in this shit together, and we really both on the same shit, because there are sides to both of us. But Pan, don't be self-righteous, because you really on that shit too. You really produce that energy too. That's why I feel like the song is also about just energy transfer. Like, hey, like when I picked you up, like you was on crash out time. Like you wanted to destroy him.
Yeah.
And you wiggle through that sentence. Like
wiggle through, literally
like almost
wiggling.
like autonomous. Like the pen did it.
Ultra instinct.
Bruh, crazy.
But on top of that, it just kind of like another, I don't know if this would be a double too, because that, then actually wiggling through that sentence, the actual motion of writing, you're wiggling through to create a sentence. Like,
yeah, because I, like, for the double entendre, like, because at first I was like, is he referring to, you know, if I told you I killed a nigga at 16, would you believe me?
mm-hmm.
I thought he was like having a moment of like clarity within himself, but then I listened to it again, like from the perspective of he might be actually talking to Gloria, like, hey, calling her on her shit. So it's like the double entendre that I see is like wiggle through that sentence, like he didn't. I feel like a cop, but like he said the shit.
Yeah.
But like, if that is true, as far as that concept, like you caught the body and wiggle through that sentence, like you did that, you got away with it. But also you killed Drake and you got away with it. But also Gloria, so it might be a triple.
Gloria been there the whole time.
Because Gloria with the shit.
God damn.
Like, and then
I see you,
and
Gloria.
then it goes into it after that. Loved you more when you flip and lose your shit. I hugged you more, sexy to me. Cuss their ass out and hold the grudge some more. Down bit. I know your favorite movie is in Notebook. So good. If they all submit, get them all booked. My baby boo. You either heal niggas or you kill niggas. Both is true. So that's why I said go back to the previous. Like, we possess the power to build or destroy as a master builder. If you're a Mason, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you just have both of those. So denying it is not being true to yourself. And I feel like that's the point that Kendrick is at now. Like, I will no longer deny that I have the ability to build and destroy.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's all just in my choice to do so.
And this last part, this is kind of like what a scheming aspect.
Real quick, Ricky, are you going to get to the, it takes some tough skin just to deal with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, both is true. It takes some tough skin just to deal with you. Yeah.
That line, I took that as internally, like I gotta really be able to be honest with myself and share painful truths to be able to come to you with it and bring it in a way that will satisfy you, being Gloria, to not give me writer's block, but also for the people that I'm writing it to, i.e. a Drake, i.e. a name redacted, for I just hope he don't say nothing. I hope neither one of y'all say nothing, for real. But like for y'all, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to really have some tough skin to deal with what I'm going to say to you. Yeah, so I feel like that line is super important in this too, because I feel like this some Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we gonna kill niggas together or we gonna heal niggas together, but whatever we do, we are best when we doing it together.
Damn, that's crazy. This shit fire, bro. This shit fucking fire, bro.
Niggas ain't writing like this, bro.
What he said, logical explanations don't exist. Flipping pages, chapter after chapter. Probably remarry and head to Vegas. Bitches getting marked out. They can't erase our history. They margins ain't big enough. That led to the bigotry. My woman, my right hand, my saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like no bitch, cause my bitch be my pen. Like, bruh, the whole flipping pages, chapter to chapter, bitches getting marked out. You can't erase our history because for most pens, you can't erase pens.
The margins ain't big enough. They led by bigotry.
Like, that's scheming, bro. That's like, it's not scheming where it's super obvious.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I really like about it, because I could see that, but like he wasn't writing it to where, like the clip shit, like
you just a candy rapper with 4 bars. You a Kit Kat.
Yeah,
see how easy it was to predict that.
Yeah, so it ain't. I like when the shit ain't like that. And granted, I mean that's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, I feel like the when the build up is revealing enough to build steps.
Yeah.
When you open the door at the end, it's more impactful because you felt like you were led there. So the payoff still is meaningful.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like if you get it way before the pay. Like it's no payoff because either they put too much seasoning on it at the beginning.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, like you gotta let it build up and work its way. And I think that's why he started to give more and more and more of the scheme in the third verse.
Mm-hmm.
He like, bruh, by the time I want you to low key be questioning what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. By the time I say ain't no bitch like my bitch. So when I say pen, I want you to be like, boom. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, damn.
And that's how I felt, bro.
Yeah, because the camera had fucked up so it kind of threw my listening off. But like as I was listening to that third verse, I was like, okay, lead. And I was like, okay, nigga, he talking about. And then when he said, I was like,
he talking about a pen.
Got it. Because I was getting it, but it wasn't a clean listen. So because like my concentration got broke because we had to do something with the camera. But yeah, listening back, it just feels so much more. You know what I mean? Okay, one more nerd question. This ain't really no nerd shit. A lot of people watch this. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
Not yet.
God, DJ, God, shit.
I've been wanting to. Now, what's make it so crazy? I got the Blu-ray of the entire.
Okay, Marvel.
I have it.
Okay, so Marvel, right?
Yeah. I just ain't watched.
Let's say, have you rewatched Loki?
Yes, I have actually.
And I'm only picking that because it's something that will have Easter eggs in it. Like, does it feel richer watching it the second time?
Yes. And
that's why I feel like it's good storytelling when you watch it again because you also pick up stuff that you didn't pick up in the first time. Mm-hmm. So, like, the more euphemisms and stuff and the metaphors that he has in here about writing and all that other stuff and just the growing and nurturing of the relationship, it's really a relationship. Yeah. Like, I got that today. I'm like, damn, like, he really in a legit 20+ year relationship with this pen. He has seen the highs of his life, gotten to places he never would have without this connection. It taught him about himself. And then he actually got to see who Gloria was through the connection and understand that Gloria has an energy unto herself. This shit deep. This ain't just no Rudy Poo ass rap verse.
And a lot of y'all niggas gonna try to write this off as, oh, that it ain't. Like, bro, it is, bro.
It is.
It is, bro.
It is.
So, like, I don't want to hear that shit. But just to answer your question, especially going back and rewatching, like, I watched the entire, like, season 1 and 2. Like, season 2 made season 1 that much better.
Yeah.
In my opinion, of Loki. So, I hate that they kind of wrote themselves in the corner and just kind of wrote, you know, he who remains king out of it and all that shit. But
they ain't trust their pen.
Well, they damn sure they trusted their Quantumania. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, so yeah.
But we'll just leave that. We'll leave that shit alone. But yeah, what you
for real?
You got anything else,
bruh? Another great song, bruh. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, whenever it's all said and done, and we start compiling like best written songs from his catalog, this will definitely be. He got like 2 or 3 songs on his album. Really, the 4 that we breaking down, well, 3 of the 4, because Whacked Out Mirrors, it's like he's saying a lot, but like, I'm talking about just like pure, unadulterated craftsmanship. The shit that you be like, all right, what's his 20 best written songs? 3 of the songs, 3 of these songs going on there.
Yeah, easy.
3 of the songs, Man in the Garden, Reincarnated, and Gloria are going like up there in the pantheon of his best written songs.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all I got, bro. You got anything else?
I love this song now, going back to it and for the review. I'm just like, this shit fire.
Bro.
It's too fire, bro.
Pure smoke. So if y'all like this, be sure to subscribe, then like, comment, and share. And if you want additional content, be sure to, become a paid member or a patron, aka a decoder. We love you either way. Even just with a like or a comment or all 4 of those. We appreciate it all because it helps the channel continue to grow. And if it does say 20,000+ subscribers at the time you watching this, just put a congratulations deciphered in the comment section. It'll make me happy as I'm reading them, I promise you. And I'll respond to those. I'll respond to those. But until next time, man, we love y'all. Peace.